What's up, everybody? Ropes here. I want to talk Roy Jones with y'all for a second. Now, he was asked last week, was he going to retire? He got knocked out by, I didn't even know this fight was even taking place. That's how I am with Roy Jones, man. I really don't even really follow him all that much because I'm not really taking him really all that serious anymore. Roy Jones is a legend, man, already, and he's just ruining his legacy so far. I think that it's time for him to quit. He was asked if he was going to quit, and he said that he wasn't sure, but then he followed right up with that by saying that Bernard Hopkins is 46 years old, so why should I quit? So I'm going to tell you why, because Bernard Hopkins is a guy who hasn't taken much damage over the course of his career. He's an excellent defensive fighter. Good inside dirty boxing. A lot of people don't like his style. Me, I've been bored of Bernard Hopkins before in the past. He's gave me a lot of boring fights to watch. But recently, he's been giving us some pretty good performances. I mean, what he did to Kelly Pavlik, what he did to John Pascal twice, even though he didn't stay on his feet the first time. I knew already that if he stood on his feet the entire fight, that he was going to win the fight. It was pretty much going to be the same thing, And did you see when he did the push-ups in the middle of the fight? I was like, God damn, man. I jumped out of my seat. My girl was looking at me like I was crazy and shit. But anyway, Bernard is getting better. He's a counter-puncher. He doesn't take much damage. I haven't seen him take really all that much damage since the Jermaine Taylor fight, man. That was a long time ago. Jermaine Taylor gave him a good, tough fight. I would say Bernard got beat up in spots in both of those fights. So I haven't seen nothing like that from him. I think he beat Joe Kawasaki. If you go back and you look at that, man, Joe Kawasaki was slap boxing and missing a lot of punches that we, the American crowds, helped him get credit for by cheering that shit when Bernard Hopkins is from our home, our homeland or whatever. But I didn't get that. I didn't understand that when that was happening when I was watching the fight. But what I'm trying to say is Roy Jones, you've been knocked out 4 times. 4 times now. If there's one thing that we can learn from my favorite athlete, period, Muhammad Ali, if there's one positive thing we can take out of the bad situation that he's in right now, is that he showed us that there is a time to go. You have to listen to your body. Forget what your heart tells you to do, because that's what Ali did. His heart was telling him he didn't want to leave the sport. He could not leave the sport. He wanted to do one last thing here and there. He wanted one last great victory. And even if he got it, then he wanted to get another one. When he fought Leon Spinks, the first time, that was a split decision. But you can already see, just even in the post-fight interview, or even before the fight, you can see that he was already starting to lose his speech, and he was starting to shake a little bit. You saw that back then. So he should have retired after that, but I mean, I guess it turned out okay legacy-wise for him because he became the first 3-time heavyweight champion in history by beating Spinks in the rematch. But after the rematch, he definitely should have gone. He should have never saw the 80s, Larry Holmes and Berbick. He should not have fucked with any of them. So, and look at him now. I mean, he's in a bad situation. Imagine all the things that he could have done if he had to listen to his body and left a little bit earlier. Who knows? Man, Muhammad Ali could be at ringside calling fights with Max Kellerman. How cool would that be? As much shit as he talked, and people really like to listen to him talk. Even if they didn't like him, they still liked the fact that, he talked shit. He was the guy that they loved to hate and shit. To have him at ringside, I mean, that's what Roy Jones, that's what you have right now, man. They're giving you a job at ringside. I say retire from the sport. Give us the good commentary from ringside while you still can, because you're not Bernard Hopkins. It's two totally different situations right now. I think you should have retired after Jeff Lacey. Once you beat Jeff Lacey, even though that's not a big name and all of that, it was a good performance, and you should have left it at that. There's nobody out there that Roy can beat that's going to help his legacy any better than what he's already ruined it. He's already ruined it by sticking around so long. A lot of people say he would have been the greatest of all time if he had retired after he beat Ruiz for the heavyweight championship. You know, but being knocked out 4 times, being your age, being that you have the opportunity, people like you, you have the opportunity to be offered a job at ringside. We like listening to you there. Just do that. Just leave while you still got all your senses, because I worry that you're going to wind up sticking around too long and end up looking like Muhammad Ali, being in that type of situation. And we don't want to see that. So you guys leave me your comments on this. Let me know what you think. Should he just retire and finally get it through his mind that it's over for him? Or do you think that he can possibly fight somebody to give him one last good win on his way out when he decides to retire, whenever that is? So let me know, guys. I'm out. Peace.